I've got a lot of stuff to say about the state of Snap, and I'm going to keep it as brief and succinct as possible. We'll start with the good. Conquest Mode, the game changer that Marvel Snap desperately needed. This is how Marvel Snap should be played, no doubt about it. The 10 HP Snap format is so much better to play than the classic single battles you find on the ladder. I loved it against friends, and now with rewards etc, it's even better. It injects so much new life and excitement into the game, making each match more intense and strategic. With the multiple games with the same deck, you learn what cards your opponent is playing, and that gives you more scope to play around them. The mind games are real, and I cannot help but feel thrilled when engaging in Conquest battles. Not only that, but can we take a second to appreciate the new music in Conquest Mode? It is nothing short of awesome. This update genuinely makes me want to dive into Conquest battles even more. After a full year of playing the game with the same piece of music in battles over and over again, it is so refreshing to have something different. While a bit like the new game background, this should have happened earlier. Kudos to the developers for this audio upgrade, as it enhances the overall gaming experience. Marvel Snap hits the right notes here. No pun intended. The rewards in Conquest Mode are another welcome addition, giving players a new way of getting gold and other currencies, and something else to strive towards. It is great to have something to do after hitting Infinite on ladder. But this is where things start to sour slightly. There is an elephant in the room that no one is talking about, and that is that Marvel Snap still doesn't really have something that I would call an end game. Yes, players do have more to do now, but once a player has unlocked everything in the reward shop, then what? Keep grinding until you get infinite infinity tickets so that you can transform all of your avatars? Does anyone really care about that? I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The absence of an official leaderboard is hurting Marvel Snap. It is a missed opportunity that leaves players yearning for a competitive edge. We can see how Hearthstone nailed it with their Legend system, providing a clear path for top players to showcase their skills and compete for recognition. Anything to allow the very best players something to compete for and strive towards once they've achieved everything else in the game would increase the replayability of Marvel Snap tenfold. It would improve content creation, as it would give players a real metric that they can use to work out who they should be watching in order to learn from. I could have 20 infinity tickets, but that might just mean I've grinded a lot. Some sort of skill-based ladder system is the final step that Marvel Snap leads to achieve competitive greatness, something beyond infinite, something that actually shows where you are compared to other players. Now, all of that being said, Conquest is a wonderful addition and should be celebrated. I do hope Second Dinner can find more new creative game modes in the future. But not everything is so great in Marvel Snap right now. And I think you're going to have a pretty good idea about what I'm bringing up next. As much as I love Marvel Snap, and I have loved Marvel Snap over a full year now, I am falling out of love with the game quickly due to one thing: monetization. Let's delve into the disheartening realm of monetization in Marvel Snap. This was actually the primary reason why I've been taking a break from playing and creating content. As the more astute of you may have noticed, I haven't uploaded in 2 months. I could not ignore the blatant display of greed from the developers, which became evident with the handling of Darkhawk and Null. This sudden and unexpected decision not to drop Darkhawk and Null from Series 5 to Series 4 from Series 4 to Series 3 left players confused and frustrated. It is the most blatant example of Second Dinner's greed, directly correlating a card's power level with its price. This approach undermines the balance and fairness of the game, creating a barrier for players who want to compete on an equal footing without breaking the bank. Additionally, the concept of big bads within the game has sparked discussions. Some players celebrate the notion that certain bad guy cards should remain exclusive to Series 5, seemingly embracing higher prices as a sign of prestige. This mindset is puzzling and akin to Stockholm Syndrome. We must question whether players have become too deeply invested to recognize that celebrating more expensive cards and encouraging Second Dinner to gatekeep further is detrimental to our gaming experience. Moreover, some argue that cards need to be rarer, but let's be real here. Marvel Snap is already a challenging game when it comes to acquiring cards. Encouraging the developers to make them even harder to obtain does not align with the player's best interests. It is time to reevaluate the significance of rarity and prioritize a fair and accessible gameplay experience. Second Dinner have frequently been promising an overhaul of the card acquisition system. While it is an improvement that 2 of the brand new cards this month are dropping straight into Series 4 as opposed to Series 5, we need to see further improvements, and fast, because currently the optics for Second Dinner just seem to get worse and worse. A new feature that was supposed to be added this weekend, but I don't think quite made it into the game due to a last-minute bug or something, is also not a good look. As if the monetization issues weren't enough, Second Dinner takes it a step further by introducing missions that can only be completed with the newest and therefore usually most expensive cards. This perpetuates a vicious cycle where the rich get richer while those who cannot afford the latest cards are left feeling excluded and left behind. This intentional FOMO strategy is nothing short of an attempt to push players into spending more money, further fueling the divide within the community. And let's not forget about the new Darkhawk bundle labeled as 3x value in the shop. This is downright disgusting. The fact that it's positioned next to another bundle that offers far better value, albeit without a flashy value banner, demonstrates how Second Dinner preys on players' desires to purchase the Darkhawk bundle. Realistically, Darkhawk should have been moved down to Series 3 by now, making it more affordable. This deceptive marketing tactic is unacceptable and undermines players' trust in the game's integrity. Now, I know I've sounded very negative over the last few minutes, but there is still hope for Marvel Snap. Conquest Mode is undoubtedly a fantastic addition that has rekindled my interest in the game. It provides a fresh and exciting way to engage with the game. However, it has also been crucial for me to acknowledge that after playing the game relentlessly for a full year, burnout has set in, and it was okay for me to step back and prioritize my well-being over completing every daily mission. Remember, a healthy balance in gaming leads to a more enjoyable experience, and I feel so much better for having taken a step back myself. The developers' enthusiasm and desire to create a player-friendly game is evident. We appreciate their efforts, but it becomes increasingly challenging to defend the game when they continue to make decisions that are not in the player's best interest. However, it is worth mentioning that Marvel Snap's new cards show promise. They are becoming better and cooler. With continued improvements, they do have the potential to carry the game forward and maintain its popularity. Make no mistake, I genuinely want Marvel Snap to succeed. I love the game, but I have grown jaded and tired of blindly supporting questionable practices. It's time for a wake-up call. Marvel Snap needs an official leaderboard, which I believe was listed on a roadmap months ago. It needs improved monetization practices and a genuine commitment to player feedback. Remember, it's not enough to nod along mindlessly and purchase everything thrown our way. Nothing will change if players continue to just do that. We must give real feedback and vote with our wallets. Together we can make Marvel Snap the masterpiece that it deserves to be. Again, I love Marvel Snap. Actually, no, maybe that's not true. I have loved Marvel Snap, and I want to love Marvel Snap. I just need to see it take some small steps in the right direction.